How to apply Marxist theory in the literary work? What are the options you have to analyze? Let's see in this video. See, there are some basic tenets you need to understand. First, the Marxist theory, if you want to apply, you need to examine the text for any evidence of class conflict, because which is a central concern of a Marxist theory. Look for representations of different classes, different sects and classes and their relationships to each other. This is number one. Number two, analyze the economic and social structures that has been depicted in the text. How do characters, economic positions, and social relationships reflect or challenge broader social and economic system? Because based on this thing, the entire thing will change. So you have to have a clear outlook about how do characters, economic position, and social relationship reflects. Third one, consider the role of ideology in the text. See, how do characters beliefs and values reflect or challenge the dominant ideology? Always there will be a dominant ideology. How do characters belief and values it challenges those ideology? Fourth one, analyze the text historical context and author's own social and economic position. How might these factors have influenced the text's themes and messages? So basically, it talks about the class conflict. These are the four ways you can apply, but what are the tenets of Marxism? There are 8 tenets. Number one, historical materialism. What do you mean by historical materialism? The belief that history is driven by economic and material forces and that society is shaped by class struggle. Do you have any references for the historical materialism in the text? You can check. Second, dialectical materialism. It is an idea that everything is constantly changing and evolving through a process of dialectical conflict. See, where opposing forces collide and create something new. So, do you have any such kind of phenomenon in the text? When two forces they collide each other, do they create something new? You may check. This is a second tenet of Marxism. Third, it's called surplus value. The surplus value, it is the concept that profit is generated by the difference between the value of the goods produced by workers and the wages paid to them. See, this is the mobile phone. We get this mobile phone for some cost, but what is the actual wages paid to the workers who worked to make this phone? At the end of the day, what is the value we get it? No, as a customer, how much we pay to get it. But at the end of the day, whatever we pay, whether it reaches to the real workers, that is a surplus value. I don't think so. So those kind of analysis you can do, that is called surplus value. Fourth one is class struggle. See, always this idea says that society is divided into different classes based on their relationship to the means of production, and there is a continual conflict between these classes. Who produces, who sells, who buys, and there is always not a harmonial relationship among these three categories. Once work is exploited, other person is using more. That's what in the previous thing, a surplus value also, whether the original wages are paid to the laborers. So that this is similar to this thing is class struggle, whether based on the different relationship through the means of production, and there is a continual conflict between these classes also. Fifth one, proletariat revolution. See, the belief that the working class will eventually, the proletariat is a working class, they will eventually rise up and overthrow the ruling class, leading to a socialist society. Socialist society where every or even the lower end will have the say, he will have the voice to voice out. So the proletariat revolution. So proletariat is suppressed by the bourgeois, but those people will rise up one day. They will overthrow everything. They'll lead into the power, leading to the socialist society. This is also one. It is called proletariat revolution. Generally, if you analyze the text through Marxist tenets, you can find certain references in the proletariat revolution also. And sixth one is alienation. See, the feeling of isolation and powerlessness that workers experience as a result of being separated from the products of their labor. Even though this, for instance, this phone is manufactured by somebody, not somebody, there are many workers who have involved. They never get the actual original benefit of this wage, what their labor. The reason is the worker is completely isolated from this end product. So here it means that that's why the one state of the society, they'll keep them uninformed and isolated so that the other one strata they can reap maximum profit. These things you can check whether the workers are alienated. And seventh one is commodity fetishism. It means the belief that we tend to view commodities as having inherent value rather than seeing them as the result of complex social and economic system. We believe, no, we tend to view that commodity as having inherent value, but actually that is not the true, because rather than seeing them as a result, it is the result of complex socio and economic system. It doesn't happen just like that. That is called commodity fetishism. You may check whether it is there. Last one is historical progress. What it talks about, the idea that history moves forward through a series of stages, from feudalism to capitalism, from capitalism to socialism, until a classless communist society is achieved. At the end, is there a historical progress? Some capital Marxist work, probably the communist, whether they established the final thing or the capitalist overthrown the communist ideology, and all those things you can verify. So these are the 8 tenets you can check. Initially I was telling the 4 way you to check. That's what the class struggle mainly. Second thing I was asking you to analyze the economic and social structures. And third one, the role of ideology and analyzing the historical context of the author. So these 4 way you can apply, and through these 8 tenets you can analyze. Got it? I think all these videos are made only for the beginners to understand the basic nuances of these theories. I hope this will be useful, and I'll meet you in the next video. Bye bye.